Got our first hater. Hey,
we got a hater.
Awesome.
Lost my tongue. Let's go to the radio stations.
Sponsored by Juice. Fucking Juice. You motherfuckers need to sponsor us.
He's like, you ever get juice back at your grocery store? No.
It's gone,
It's
man.
gone.
It's gone.
No
they
more
don't
juice.
have juice anymore. It's horrible.
I'm sore and aching because I started using the guy was throwing away a Total Gym, and I was like, fine, I took it. I was like, and I use it at home. I'm like, hey, looked at myself and everything. I was like, yeah. Next time I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, oh shit. It's like, yeah, it's working.
Yeah. You get that because you're used to the pain threshold. So you think, oh, I'll be fine. And the next day you're like, God damn, because your body's not used to it anymore.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, oh, back. Not like backbone, but like the back muscles.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they're kind of sore.
It's almost harder to get back into working out than it is to first start working out because you know what it feels like. So you know what you think it's supposed to feel like. And then you do it and it's like, it's too much. You shouldn't have felt anything. Like you went too far. Every damn time.
I was like, I should have started at a lower level. Because, Total Gym, it uses your body weight.
Yeah.
And you just keep going at a lift. And I think my nephew, obviously I'm trying to get him trained too. And he went up almost, he was like one down from the very top setting. And he was able to say, oh, I'm feeling it now. I was like, because he's so freaking light.
Right,
you know?
lightweight. Yeah.
And so I was laughing about it. I was like, Dave, I was like, we put it on the top setting. And he was all like, he was struggling. And then I sat there, I was all like, well, let me see. So I sat up forward, because I know there's no way I would have been able to bench myself.
Right.
So I didn't even try. So I said, well, what if I can do like a pull, which is more your back?
Mm-hmm.
And I was all like, yeah. And I was like, I got about right here. I was like, oh shit, I can't come any further. I can't bring it all the way like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, just, and I tried to do it one more time. And I was like, oh, now I know why my back is sore. Because I was all like,
Oh, yeah. It's that last part that you just like, I can go just a little bit farther. I can do it.
It's like, I can do this. I can lift myself. I'm a pussy. But yeah, so that's me trying to get into, trying to get my workout back on, is basically.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, even if that's injuring yourself.
Like I said, if y'all are sick, I'm not, I don't want to run the show by myself.
It's the Rick Lopez show.
And everybody be like, oh, it's kind of boring because I can't slapstick myself,
That get a little weird, man. You start doing this like schizophrenia kind of shit here. It's like, well, it's funny, but I'm concerned about Rick's mental health.
It's like, how many voices did he have? God dang.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Just
It happens.
the angle.
The angle just gonna put my nose on it. You can even have to breathe.
It's a what is it? Sinoscope or something.
Oh man.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick the Rizzo and our other co-host,
Sean.
and the other Mexican in the room, Miguel G.
and this is a critical look at all things gaming, movies, collectibles, and so much more.
This is episode 111?
111? 110 or 111?
111. I think 110 was a blooper.
That's right.
So this is going to be episode 111.
111.
Well, we weren't here last week because everybody, you were under the weather. Miguel was really under the weather. I was fine. I was the only one that was okay. But like I said, if y'all are sick, I'm not, I don't want to run the show by myself.
Yeah, it's the Rick Lopez show.
And,
So I hope y'all enjoyed that blooper episode. That took some doing, but it was an interesting.
yeah, it was interesting.
bit.
It was good. I got a little over half of it, but I get busy at work, so I wasn't able to listen to it all the way. So, but like I said, I try to listen to our shows as much as I can. Other shows that I try to catch up with, which I haven't caught up with any other show. I don't know about you.
Yeah, like podcasts in general, I've had a hard time keeping up with anybody's, besides mine, because there's always so much to do. I'm always doing so many different projects, working on our show and just doing a lot of different stuff. So sometimes it's like, well, man, I kind of want to like listen to some other people's podcasts and stuff and kind of be a part of the podcast community, but it's just like you only got so many hours.
Oh yeah. So, well, now that you're back, how was your weekend? Everything?
Oh, my weekend was pretty good. I spent the time mostly just kind of getting better because last week was still, from the beginning to the end, it was head cold city. Like it was just, I had a headache at night, keeping me from going to sleep. There was nasty stuff in my head. It was just like, it was not fun. So but at least I spent a lot of the time, I was just like watching King of the Hill, and I was doing some like catch up and going back to revisiting old episodes of stuff and being like, oh yeah, that was actually really freaking funny. That was some good writing there. Just stuff like that, just revisiting. Other than that, I did some writing. I did a lot of cooking, mostly for myself because I was sick. So, nobody else is going to eat it, but some good Chinese food and soup and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. Nothing exciting.
Okay. Yeah, mine, same thing. Like I said, not sick wise, but I was fine. Friday sucked because it freaking poured, but it wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. Like the weather really said it was like going to be all freaking night. And yeah, it did rain. Don't get me wrong. There was times it was hard, whatever. And I should have Ubered it sometime because it got up to like 10 times the rate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Cause there was people that didn't want to ride the bus during the rain. They wanted to get home. So I was like, hell yeah, I should have went out there. But no, I was like, no, I got to fight my way home. And I still didn't get home till like 7:00 and I get out at 5. Took me 2 hours to get home.
Man.
So I was like, well, this sucks. But then Saturday I did Uber, made some money. I didn't know that there was so much stuff going on this weekend in Houston.
Wow.
There was Elton John concert.
Really? Elton John?
He was at Toyota Center. There was this event in the Heights called Lights in the Heights.
I've heard of that.
Which it was all Christmas lights. Every freaking house down all the streets was all lit up.
Nice.
And they had trash cans all out there, people walking around, neighbors having that stuff out there where you can eat. And then there were some people drinking, like bars, everything. Some bar was out there just actually giving drinks, selling drinks to people. And they were like, well, I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's kind of cool. And so, like I said, I didn't know about all that. Like I went to the Elton John. I got like one person out of there and took them home. And then another one after that, it shot me to the Heights because every Uber and Lyft people were out at the Elton John picking up everybody during that surge.
Oh, wow.
And so I went to the surge at the Heights because they were all over there. So it was only me and maybe 2 other Uber and Lyft drivers there. There was only 3 of us maybe that I saw the entire time. And we were just going back and forth. Like I went, drove one out, and next thing you know, I got pinged and went back in. And I saw the same guy going out with another person. I saw each other back and forth. I did like three stops.
Wow.
And I saw the same guy. And it was just us doing it. And I was like, wow, I guess everybody's all over
You got the whole
there.
gold mine over here.
So I was like, fuck it, doing it. Last ride I did, she was telling me, she goes, yeah, it was taking like 45 minutes for like any Uber or anything because there was nothing around there. And all of a sudden us, like, she said like 3 people showed up on the thing and it was just us.
Wow.
I was just like, wow, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I was like, it's cool for us, but I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks that you had to wait that long. But like I said, that's where I got like a lot of my money from, was right in that area. And first when he said Lights and Heights, a lot of the lights were off in the one street where I picked up this one group. And I was like, oh, it's like, there are no lights here. Went 1 block. And boom.
Oh, wow.
I was like, holy shit. In my head, I'm just like, holy crap. And it was all lit up and thing popped in my head. I was all like, what's this, Chevy Chase? You got to see it from space? It's like, golly, it was like so bright.
Damn.
But yeah, other than that, and then Sunday, upset that the Texans lost, but I wasn't mad because they're still in first place. But of course, Miguel, if he was here, he'd be talking about his Cowboys beating the Eagles. Talking about them Cowboys, but he's not here, so I ain't worried about them Cowboy talk.
So fuck the Cowboys.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna say some shit when he gets back, I think. And then, well, like I said, what about you, Miguel? Interesting. Anyways, this is going to be like a review show for us here. And this is kind of a late welcome because we just went right into how our roundtable is, because it's just me and Sean here. We kind of go quickly. We'll go ahead and do box office numbers real quick, and then we'll go ahead and give our reviews on movies and games that we've been doing for the past few months, because we haven't been able to do this for a while.
Box office numbers. Sponsored by Uncanny Comics, located in Rosenberg, Texas on Avenue I.
Coming in at number 1, we have Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is weekend grossing at $16 million, total grossing $140,900,000, budget of $175 million. It's week 3, hasn't beat the budget.
I heard it wasn't that great.
You know, I kind of had a feeling that was going to be the case because, like, when you watch the trailers, it seemed a little generic. Like, sometimes you get that feeling, like, like, it lacks the spark of originality. And I had that feeling, and I was like, man, I kind of hope that these trailers are just a little bit, off, that they're not doing a good job. But I was like, man, I got the feeling it's just going to be generic. So
it was a lot of jokes that were cliche, and it was just, that's what I heard. It was just like a lot of cliche jokes. I didn't even go see it. And from what I heard about it, I was like, well, I'll just wait till it comes to Redbox, and that's just me.
Yeah.
But, it kind of sucks being a kid's movie, and you think it would blow up, because the first one was a big hit.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where you actually have to have good movies. Like, it's starting to get where people know ahead of time because of Rotten Tomatoes and because of everything else beyond Rotten Tomatoes. There's so much word of mouth and interconnectivity over social media that people already know ahead of time if, the first wave that goes in to see the movie says it sucked, they just don't even bother going. And you see this, it just, smashed Wreck-It Ralph here. Ralph breaks the internet.
Yeah.
So you gotta come up with original stuff. It's gotta be original content. It's gotta be good writing. If it's not, it's going to bomb like this. Like, you can't spend $175 million on a movie and it not have good writing.
True. So true.
Coming in at number 2, we have Dr. Seuss's The Grinch 2018, weekend grossing at $15 million. Total grossing $223 million on a budget of $75 million. And this is week 5. It definitely beat the budget.
And it's an anime also. And they didn't spend that much money on the anime in this week 5. And damn, it killed it.
Yeah, absolutely. This was the one with Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought that was interesting because it's like, Benedict Cumberbatch is a great voice actor and a great actor, period. So I think he's doing actually like an American accent for this. And you wouldn't even know that it was a British guy doing it. Like, you would have no way of knowing if you didn't already know who Benedict Cumberbatch is. So, props to him for that. I thought it'd be interesting just because I'm sure he adds some personality into the character.
Yeah. He always does to everything.
It's just who he is. He can't help it.
He's just, like I said, you've seen Sherlock. He's really good at that, playing Sherlock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like anything he plays, anything he does, he puts so much personality into it. It's just, it brings the character to life. So
that's why we all love Doctor Strange.
Absolutely. Coming in at number 3, Creed 2, which we have weekend grossing at $9,975,000. Total grossing $96 million on a budget of $50 million. This is week 3. So they almost doubled their budget. So they definitely made back the money. I'm excited about this. I still haven't gotten to see it.
Miguel got to see it. He told me it was a really good movie. He enjoyed it. He says it's worth going to see it. I haven't gone to see it yet myself either.
Did he think it was better than the first one, or?
That I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
If he was here, he can give the review on it, but he wasn't here.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's Miguel's fault that we don't know.
No, yes.
And coming in at number 4, we have Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, coming in on weekend grossing at $6,953,000, total grossing $145 million on a budget of $200 million week 4. It's kind of a bomb for the Harry Potter, area movies.
It's more of adult, but it actually, honestly, I enjoyed the movie. I loved it. I loved watching everything. There was a lot of plot holes in it that were a little bit on it, but it did make a lot of things canon for Harry Potter, everything that happened afterwards, because it did canonize everything in there.
Interesting.
Cool. And like I said, I'll give the review on it a little bit later, but I enjoyed the movie. I liked it.
So maybe they just overshot their budget a little bit. $200 million is a lot of money on a movie, so maybe they just overshot it. Maybe if they went half that and did it, it might have been all right. But because still, when you think about that total gross, that's still a lot of people going $145 million. So maybe they just overshot the budget a little bit.
Yeah, maybe worldwide they did better.
Could be. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
And then coming in at number 5, we have still Bohemian Rhapsody, weekend grossing at $6,141,000, total grossing $173 million on a budget of only $52 million, and this is week 6. It's still up here in the top 5.
Excellent movie, and like I said, I'll give them a review on that one too. That was a good movie. I went to go see. I don't know. Did you go see that one too as well?
I still haven't gotten to see it. I've only seen the highlights about it, but it's freaking a good movie from everything I've heard and seen.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed the movie and everything.
Awesome.
Let's see here. What do we have? Any honorable mentions here?
I guess the honorable mention I would give is number 8. We have Robin Hood, 2018 movie, the one that just came out. Not doing so hot.
I figured it was going to be like that. I watched it. I enjoyed the movie. It's very quick based and everything like that. They do leave it open to keep it going for another one. They might have done well overseas because it's an English movie.
Okay,
you know?
yeah,
So that's
more
what I figured.
European.
Yeah, more European. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought Jamie Foxx did a really good job in it, and I forgot the actor's name that's playing Robin Hood. He did a really good job too. But like I said, I'll give my review a little bit later on that one.
I'll tell you what really got shat on here. I'll give another one, The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which looked really interesting and had us like, I wonder. But only 1 million this weekend, and overall, its total gross is only 52 million on a budget of 120. It's week 6. This is a Disney movie.
And this first time Disney movie blew.
Man.
Big time. He's
Totally fucked here in America. It's just bam, down, man. It's probably the timing. It's horrible timing. It should have been December.
Yeah, it should
for a
have been-
Nutcracker movie?
yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, it
like,
should
what the
have-
hell?
But it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe this fucking week. Like, not 6 weeks ago. Like, what the fuck? That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's funny. I did not know Schindler's List was re-released.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought they were just doing a replay in our local theaters. I didn't realize they were doing, like, a entire, like, re-release thing. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just you look at all the ones that came in first weeks, and they're all 14 and below in the box
Yeah.
office. Because you have Schindler's List, that's at the top for being an older movie and re-released. That's at the top. I have no idea what that Kingdom Math is. I have no idea what that is. Mary Queen of Scots, I know that one came out.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the previews for that one, and it looked interesting, but shit, that came in number 25. That Vox Lux, the one with Natalie Portman, that's number 27.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, we thought that wasn't going to do
Yeah,
very well.
we talk shit about that one. I have no idea what Ben is Back is. That one's way on 36.
What about the Mule movie with
That's not out yet.
it's not out yet. Okay.
It's not out yet.
Hopefully that does good. I'm crossing my fingers on that one.
Yeah, like I said, there's what's it, Divide and Conquer? Don't know about that one. Tag Along, Swimming. These are all movies. Like I said, this one really didn't have any good movies that came out this past week.
Yeah. I'll
At
have to
all.
look back historically and see if any movies actually do good around this time, because these definitely got their asses kicked. Like, not
Yeah.
a single one of them got anywhere near the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, even like Venom, Venom's like number 18 still top 20 with Venom.
Yeah, shit.
You know, they're still out. Venom's already going to be out on digital already. It's going to be on Blu-ray pretty soon, so
Damn.
it's going to make a killing on there too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Probably make even more money from that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's our box office numbers brought to you by
Uncanny Comics.
located in
Rosenberg, Texas on Avenue I. Uncanny Comics by Joseph Cano.
And then also, well, as we go into reviews, but we'll go ahead and we'll mention our other sponsor, which is
Tanks Paintball, the one and only place in Richmond, Texas, to go to shoot everyone in the ass.
I kind of like Joseph saying, let's go in there and sling some paint.
Y'all in there and sling some paint, y'all.
Yeah, so we got them over there, and then we also have Tokyo Munchies.
Tokyo Munchies.
With, was it
Kyle Hudson.
and what's the website?
Tokyo Munchies at TickTail.com.
There you go. I can't remember. Then we also
Go now
have,
for snacks.
and also we got snacks for, was it Joseph is selling the snacks there too, isn't he?
Yes, that's right. They're Uncanny Comics. You can get a hold of some Tokyo Munchies.
And then also, we also got
Japan Ramen Box, the one and only place that you can get some ramen that is the different flavors that you've been craving beyond the chicken, shrimp, and beef.
And then it'll be, honestly, when I've seen some of these, and also been to like the Asian markets here, their ramen noodles are way different than ours.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Noodles, they're better texture, everything like that. So
A lot more to it.
A lot more to it.
If you guys really want to listen to some great music, then Beyond the Dawn is where you want to go. Have great indie rock and even some old school rock on there for you. And believe it or not, these crazy mofos actually play the Critical Thinking podcast. I think they're on acid. I don't know what's going on. But yes, Beyond the Dawn Radio has some amazing music. Check them out, and I guarantee you'll be happy.
We also have No Fucks Given Radio,
NFG.
NFG, and then we also have 8-Bit Bros, which are with Ironic Radio, and we also thank them for playing this as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get our review on here. We're going to start with you real quick because you said you played Fallout 76?
76, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, Fallout 76 for which system?
I played it for the Xbox One.
Xbox One.
So I got to say, first of all, I get now why they call it 76 for a long time, because I didn't read a lot into it. I was just like, I'm just, just kind of looking at it as like a dumb observer of like, okay, trailer. And it's 76 is like, why 76? Like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of, how is it the 76th game? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Now I get it because I played it and it's like, okay, so it's like Bunker 76 or whatever, which is supposed to be some special Fallout shelter, some special group of people that were supposed to like restart America. And these were supposed to be like the creme de la creme, like the best that were chosen for it. And, I still got to make fun of that though, because it's like, why 76? Like, come on, you could come up with a better title than that. You could come up with something better than that.
Yeah.
But like, whatever, I'll let that one pass. I rented the game, played it for an entire day, just kind of sat there all day and played it. I don't have a huge Fallout background, so I haven't like played all of the games, and I don't know it extremely well. I'm not extremely familiar with it, so I just kind of picked it up from zero experience, and I really enjoyed it. I played for, like I said, about an entire day, so it's not like I got 20, 30 hours into it or anything, but good maybe 8 to 10 hours, and I like the gameplay.
Is this straight online?
Yeah, kind of like, I think so. I think like if you tried to play without the internet, you probably wouldn't be able to, I think is what would happen. Cause I did notice like one of the times I had like an internet fluctuation, I got kicked out of a world or something. And I was just at the beginning of the tutorial and I was like, damn it. Like I had to do the whole fucking tutorial all over again. I was like, man, this is some shit right here. Fuck this shit. But, and so that was a little annoying. But other than that, like, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, graphically,
Graphically, I thought it was really good. I didn't think it wasn't like, holy shit, like these are the most amazing graphics I've ever seen. But they were good, especially for how big the world was. It was a very, very big world, very massive world to me. Again, I can't compare it against too much like background of previous Fallouts, but to me, it was like, this is actually a pretty massive world. There's a lot you can do. I liked the gathering materials system that they had was really, not too grinder. It wasn't going to get like super boring. It had a very open-ended kind of feel that reminded me of Borderlands. Reminded me of Borderlands a lot, which was something, something I like because I don't like to feel like I'm stuck too much on the same tracks, like, go this way. This is the mission and go this way. And, it is a lot more like you do what you want to do like you would almost in an RPG. So it still has that very RPG free roaming kind of feel to it. Maybe where people are complaining is the system. It gets a little wonky with building a little bit, but it's still kind of cool because it's like the Halo Forge. If you remember that stuff, that was really cool. The combat system, maybe it's a little oversimplified in some ways, but I found it gratifying at first anyway.
Yeah.
So I didn't log 30 or 40 hours into it. Maybe it gets boring later on. Maybe you fight higher end opponents and it's not as fun because, we've heard some reviews and heard some people that were not enjoying it so much. But, from everything I could see that I did, it was an enjoyable game and I couldn't put it down for that 10 hours and then at the very last minute, I had to rush back to the red box and bring it back in. I had like 5 minutes on the clock. I was like, taking that van all the way. Like, I got to get to that fucking Walmart, put this thing in there. But I really enjoyed it. Just from that initial play, I would have to give it at least at least a 7.5 to an 8. Like it was a fun game. It was an enjoyable game. Now again, I can't give it the comparison of like to the last Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout 4 was amazing.
Yeah, so I can't really compare it to that because I didn't really play that one. But if you're coming in, you've never even played Fallout before, this is actually an enjoyable experience. And, you know, some of the things you might be like, what the hell is going on? You're a little bit lost, but you'll pick it up and you'll have fun.
Okay. All right, cool. I guess I'll have to check it out because I got a free Redbox coming up for T-Mobile's game.
There you go.
So I might, if it's at the Redbox, I'll probably try to get it.
I might get it back again. I feel like I want to go a little further.
Games that I have played. Dang, I have kind of quite a bit here. I did have Black Ops 4, and I took that back a week later. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Excellent graphics. Control-wise was awesome. What killed it is that there's no campaign. They took the campaign away, which I was all like, okay. You took the campaign away, so it's just straight online play. The only kind of campaign there was just like this little bitty intro. I forgot what it's called, but it just kind of intros the characters.
Huh.
What they, you know, what each one kind of does or whatever. And then
it's almost just like a training intro.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And then I was like, all right. And then I played, and it's typical Call of Duty. The maps are mediocre to me, mediocre at best. There's not really a lot of things. I'm so used to Battlefield where you shoot, bang, everything breaks apart like it's supposed to. And they're fucking huge or whatever. You miss a fucking a vehicle to get out there, then you gotta fucking hoof it, you know, like you're supposed, like just like a fucking normal war. This one, same fucking Call of Duty, just trying to who gets the most kills and everything like that. And don't get me wrong, the fun factor was there. I had fun playing a lot of it, but I was just more of a, I was like, it's kind of mediocre. And then me and this one guy, a guy I never met before, you know, and him and I were on the same team. And him and I were saying, he goes, man, the maps are mediocre. The maps are this and that. He goes, the gameplay is there, but what the fuck is up with these maps? And then I was like, yeah. And I go, did you play out they had like their version, it's called Blackout, is their version of, like Fortnite.
Right. Battle Royale
kind of style. And so they had that where you parachute in, you got to find your fucking weapons and everything. And they had that. I'll play that. And I was like, okay, I did that. I was like, it felt like just like, Battleground one, the one that, PUBG.
Oh yeah.
They had a PUBG feel to it. I was like, okay, which is kind of funny. PUBG is coming to PlayStation. But I was sitting there, I was like, all right. So I was there playing it, and I was like, but I should have just given this one for free. You had to pay $60 to get this. So the game is not worth $60 to $80. Even buying the season pass, which is another fucking $50.
Right.
Fucking Activision is fucking killing you.
See, that's the shit that gets me. It's like paying altogether $110 fucking dollars for a game. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. All right. All the stuff for the season pass is there in the game. You can see it. It's just locked.
Oh, wow.
So the moment you put the pass, those are unlocked. And it's just maybe 3 more characters. So it's a different thing. And then a couple of skins for your gun and everything. And maybe one more map that's like, right. I think it was like one more map that's there. And I'm all like, really? Is this fucking it? Fucking $60 for another fucking, just for this shit? I was like, what the fuck? And then you're going to, later on, you'll bring more in, but when you have the pass, it's going to just, you know, get it. But like, come on, man. You only had like maybe 4 maps, maybe 4 or 5 maps, what God it was. And they try to do the same thing as a Battlefield where they had it where, oh, you're doing a rush or you're doing this or you're doing that. And then they have to kill them all or whatever. And like me, I always like to be the reconnaissance and the sniper. And I'm all, the areas are too small for snipers. Why have a fucking sniper rifle? And people like, they're killing it like, oh, they're using sniper rifles. I'm like, I don't see, you know, cause I don't feel like I'm in a fight. Then me and the guy was like, me and that one guy, we flat out said, this game is not worth that much. This is a $30 game at best. Gameplay is there and everything. They should have just made the Battle Royale for free. That way everybody can, and they can, that's where you can do microtransactions big time, because if you do it for free, everybody gets to play it, then you can get more money from the microtransactions on trying to get, oh, maybe I can get this gun if I pay this much, or if I pay this much, I get this. Yeah, I can understand that when you get it for free. But no, you have to pay that for that. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. And I took it back. And the guy was all looking at me. He was, damn, you already bringing it back? I was like, yeah, this is not worth it to me at all.
Man.
And so honestly, overall, if you're a Call of Duty fan, you're going to love it. That's all I have to say. If you're a Call of Duty fan, you're going to love it. You're going to give it like everybody's giving it, like an 8 point something. or something like that, I gave it a 6.5, maybe tops. But that's just me because
you're disillusioned. You've played
Yeah.
Battlefield and other games. So,
and then everything for it. What everybody buys Call of Duty, Black Ops, or any Call of Duty, what do they buy for? Their campaign, because their stories were fucking awesome.
They were.
Except for Infinite War, we don't talk about that one. But
We don't talk about that.
But the stories were awesome, and we get this bullshit. No story, no nothing, and everything. It's not fucking worth it that much to me. It was a 6.5. Like I said, I'll probably get trashed by everybody about it and all this other bullshit. Another game I played, which I did play, Red Dead Redemption 2. Excellent fucking game.
Really?
Fun. It does have its
follow up?
flaws. It's more of a prequel to the first one, so you got totally different characters.
Okay.
And everything, and it starts off like you're in the snow, and the graphics are fucking awesome because I have the Pro, so I get the 4K part of it, so it actually does look really good. And like when you walk in the snow, yeah, the footprints stay, everything all stays.
Oh, nice.
You drag, you see the drag marks, and they stay as you're going. I was like, damn, and the gunplay is still good, just like it was in Red Dead, the original Red Dead. The story's all good. I haven't finished it yet because I keep going back and forth through a lot of other things. Graphically, awesome. Fun ability, there. Just like the first one. The only downfall I didn't like, though, the map's huge.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. It's fucking huge. Downfall is there's no fast travel.
Oh.
You have to ride your horse everywhere.
Oh. How long does it take you to get one side of the map to the other?
Well, at first it felt like, oh my God, it's going to take forever. Well, once you do it, looking at the landscape and as you're going, you don't notice that you covered that much land and you're at the other side already.
So the horse is faster. Okay.
Yeah. So the horse is it depends on how you hold the controller or how you hold the button. If you keep tapping it and you go faster, and then you hold it down, he'll stay at that speed and keep going. And then you can sit there and get it where he can barely walk, or you can adjust everything on that part.
Oh, wow.
The customization of your weapons, you can go to the store and then customize your weapon to where you want it. The color.
So you can change components and shit?
You can change components. You can switch it from this gun to this gun, make your own fucking gun.
Shit. There we go.
So the component system's great. The bounty system, because that's the first thing. You're kind of like a bounty hunter. You're doing everything just to make some more money. And you're trying to do it honestly, kind of doing it honestly, but then the story does kind of get you going into doing robberies and stuff like that. Because I did do a train heist when you first kind of start the game. Train heist was trying to get to the train, jumping on it, doing all this other stuff. It's a funny thing. You lose your hat and you'll like walk around, you pick it up. But if you don't pick it up and you don't remember where you dropped it, you walk around with no hat. But you can cheat on it because you get back to like your homestead or whatever where you're at, and you just go to your thing and just click, and boom, there your hat's back. But still, it's like it's all there.
Wow.
You make one kill in an area, which I thought this was kind of neat. You'll sit there and like I always accidentally killed somebody, and I really mean accidental because I'm all like, yeah. I was like, damn it, because my dumb ass forgets what button's what at the time when I was first learning, and I'd kill somebody by accident. Like, God damn it! And all of a sudden, I was like, "Well, I gotta get rid of the body. If you don't get rid of the body, all of a sudden there's like one guy, hey, I see that, and he runs to go tell,
and you gotta kill him too.
You gotta either kill him or get him to shut up.
Wow.
You have your choice. You can either get him to shut up or just kill him and not worry about it. But
both rid of both bodies at that point.
Yeah, but the more and more and more, like if you keep getting witnesses, it just keeps going to where you're going to get a bounty on you.
It's kind of like Watch Dogs.
Yeah. And then the moment like I had a bounty on me in one area, and like you go to the area and it's all red, and there are bounty hunters that are actually looking for you at the same time while you're doing a mission or something like. I'm like, holy shit.
That's a little like Black Flags then.
Yeah. And
interesting.
So you can go pay your bounty. And so you can get rid of it so you can be all right. And like, there's one area where in the game where you're going to have to go back eventually. Because that's where you left. So it's called Blackwater. And eventually you got to go back there. In that area, you're wanted dead or alive. And they don't want to take you alive.
Oh, wow.
They're instantly trying to shoot you.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah. And the game does portray where you have to go hunting. You have to get food. You have to feed your horse, feed yourself. You can buy new horses and everything like that, or you can steal them however you want. Anyway, you make like there's wild horses running around, and you can catch them and take them in and trade them in for money
Coolness.
and everything. Like I've collected bounties where I had to catch people and I tie them up and I put them on there, take them to the sheriff. They give me the bounty money. There's like so much stuff, and then I found like hidden areas. I would like not even trying. I was just like, it's like, what the hell is this? And I walked into the one house and I was like, there's like dead bodies all in there. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, it was like then you read one letter, it was like some mass suicide. We're going to go see the great heavens. I was like, what the fuck? Everybody fucking died, but you can loot it all and get money that way.
Right.
Then you take it back to your homestead. You have to build the homestead.
Oh, okay.
As
So it's
you're
got a
there.
Fallout.
Yeah.
element
It kind
to
of
it.
let you build your homestead bigger so everybody can have a part, but it gets expensive because it's, it's the West. And then like the money I have, sometimes I was like, damn, all right, I got like 300. I can go put it on this. Nope. I got a bounty because I fucked up and I went to go pay the bounty. I don't have to, but I do it so I can actually do some missions, because every time I get in some areas, I'm like, oh shit, here comes the bounty hunters. But like I said, the draw system is still there. So sometimes it's like, oh, here comes the bounty hunters. I was like, get them all real quick. I was like, all right, done, go. All in all, I give this one a 9. It was a good 9. I love the game. It's fun. Story's great. Graphics are awesome. Everything's all there. The only, like I said, nitpicking is just like, I wish there was fast travel, but you get kind of used to it. You don't have to take the trails. You can actually cut across the plains and everything like that. But then you got to watch out. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to go. And then out of nowhere, there's a hill. You don't even realize it. You're just, because it looks like, oh, it's just going to go. And then I had to stop. And your horse realizes it too. The AI system is pretty good, because the horse realizes like, oh, there's a hill. It stops and you can fall off.
Oh.
Because it'll make an instant stop and you're like, ah. And I've fallen off. I was like, damn. So I thought it was kind of funny. But,
Oh, wow.
but like, all in all, like the one guy teaches you how to hunt. Another guy, an older, like you kind of like your mentor, teaches you how to, we're going to go do this heist here, or we're going to do this. You got to go get information for another heist that you're going to do, and stuff like that. The only thing I haven't tried yet is, and it's on beta right now, but it's the multiplayer system, where you and your friends can actually go do a heist and do all this other mess. So I haven't done that part yet. It's on beta right now. I didn't get a chance to go try it out yet. Well, that the normal game itself, fucking awesome. That one all the time.
Well, you got me sold. I got to get it now. Shit.
Next game I played was Battlefield 5. I got that one.
Okay, how is that?
That one, graphically, awesome. Gameplay, same as every Battlefield that's there and everything. A lot of incomplete stuff on it, because like even all the storylines that they have for the story, you have the first one, second one, third one. I think the last one is not there yet. So you gotta wait for another patch. But I think they said everything's gonna be free for it.
Really?
So you ain't got to worry about no microtransactions or nothing. You paid $60, $70 for this game, and it's going to be worth it because they're giving you new maps. They're going to give you this.
Wow.
And all this other stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, because there's no season pass, no nothing. That's why I'm not really, it's more of a nitpick. Just like, well, why didn't you give me a completed game? You don't give me like part of the game, but I'm like, well, they're giving it to you for free. So,
Right. It's going to be coming and you're not even paying for
yeah.
it.
And I'm all like, well, they kind of rushed it to get it out there. That's what I think it was. But other than that, like I was playing, I was actually doing well on it. I was being the sniper like I was like, the first game I was on there, it was like everybody was like pulling me into their team because I was like headshot. And I just kept on going headshot. They're like, dang, I can hear them when I have my earphones on. They're like, oh my God, this guy's good. And I'm all like, I'm not really that good, but okay, guys. All right.
So how does the gameplay feel like compare? Is it more like Battlefield 1 or more like Battlefield 4?
It's kind of a mixture because you got the World War II aspect because you have few automatic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like I said, I'm only using bolt action as the sniper. I haven't tried the other classes. I'm really stuck on the sniper part, and you unlock all the other stuff like you get new skins and new stuff like that. I've done that already. The progression is just the same. Tanks, all that. I haven't been in like too many of them. But the one, like I was in the plane, I had fun. I had a blast in the plane, learning how to fly again. The tank, like I said, the intro of it, the one main intro one, which goes through the whole thing.
Right.
Perfect transaction on how they did everything, how they did it. You start off like, oh, you're doing infantry, you're running in and you're killing, and all of a sudden you're getting overrun, and like, and all of a sudden the moment you get shot, it kind of like doesn't fade. It shows you rolling over, like your character's like, oh, I'm rolling over, and then all of a sudden it's like, phew, now you're in another, like, oh, you got to do ballistics or do something else, and all of a sudden you're doing this one and go through it. Just like
switching roles.
It switched the roles like seamlessly, perfectly. I was like, this is like perfect, and it's just keeping you going. And like there was one I had to plant a bomb, whatever, and all of a sudden I got shot, and you see her crawling on the ground. I'm just like, ta ta ta, and the one with you like bleeding out, and you literally sit there, and they detailed it where you sit there like, oh, you're bleeding out. And somebody will come and they'll help you, bring you back. But I bled out and I died, and then it trans over. Next thing you know, I'm in a plane. That's why I learned how to fly, which was kind of hard because I was like, okay, I got to kill this many. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I'm getting shot at the same time.
Right.
And then the moment I get shot, it's a boom. I was in a tank doing the tank. Tank was fun. I was going through like the whole thing, but it's not like the German tanks.
Oh, really?
It was because it wasn't American. I forgot what tanks.
The British ones.
I think it was probably the British ones. And then I like it blew up, and when it blew up, it switched me to the German.
Oh, the Panzers. Huh?
So now I was in the Panzers doing the same, going through the same thing, and I was like, this is getting good, And like I said, it transitioned through everything.
It's really gratifying.
Yeah, and you felt like, oh, I got a good intro to everything. It's just fucking awesome. It got a good story. So I haven't actually gone through all the other campaigns to kind of give you more of the aspects, but I'm all like, hey, it's there.
Nice.
And I had fun with it. And like I said, it's not a 9 like I gave Red Dead. This one I'd probably give, like you, I'd probably give like a 7 for right now.
Right.
But like I said, a lot of people were complaining, wanting a completed game. A lot of people were complaining, but it doesn't do this. I'm like, we got to think about it. You're going to get all of it for free. Patches are going to come in for free. I ain't going to bitch. I'll just wait.
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to the core gameplay. Like, I think that was what Battlefield 1 kind of failed on, was it's like the core gameplay, it just wasn't quite right. It wasn't like Battlefield 4. And, not that it had to be the same, but it didn't match how good it was, So it's like, well, shit, I'll find myself playing hours and hours and hours of Battlefield 4 and not even, know where the time went. And Battlefield 1, it's like, okay, I'm bored. So what do you think with this one? Is this one that you could just play for hours like you could Battlefield 4?
If I get good into it pretty well, but like every time I start to play into it, I have to go somewhere, I have to do anything. So I really can't give a good answer on like how long you can sit there and play it. And plus, anyways, I'm so used to Kyle hasn't gotten it, so I haven't been able to play with Kyle and see how long we can go.
The team element,
part, because that's one thing I love, and that's one thing that was still great about it too. Because when I was sniping, they fucking shot a tank at the damn thing, and I died because I was like, "Oh, he's coming out of the house." There I went, fucking died because my dumbass didn't leave, and I'm like, and then like even like. When I don't stand at the window, I stand at the kind of like at the back and shoot through the window.
Okay.
And I sit there, there goes the window, and I get the guy. And then all the elements that feels real is there.
Okay.
Like it's supposed to be. And then me running as a sniper, like I said, I'm running, I find a bush or whatever, I can actually hide, and nobody saw me. They were like walking by me like that. I was like, all right. I was like, so the camo part of it is pretty well.
Wow.
I blended in well with the surroundings and
nice.
all those. So like I said, I had fun for the short times I do play it and everything. Like I said, I give it a 7. But like I said, like one person said, one other reviewer said, he goes, not a lot of people were playing it. They just kind of went back to Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 4. For some reason. And I was like, well, so maybe because they're just waiting for the patches or whatever, and they just didn't want to sit there and play it. But then again, I'm like, I don't know what they didn't see that I didn't see.
Maybe they're just more used to Battlefield 1, because like I played Battlefield 1, I tried to give it a real good chance, and I was just like, man, it just doesn't capture you the way Battlefield 4 did. Like, it's all right, but you just don't get the same like, this is the best game ever kind of feeling. It's just like, I kind of hoped that this was going to be really good, and it's just kind of good.
Yeah. But like I said, graphically, it was awesome. Gameplay, moving, mechanics was great on it and everything. It's just like it's not a completed game, but I'm like, you're getting it for free.
It's gonna come. It's gonna happen.
I ain't gonna bitch
Right.
on it and everything. And then what else did I play? I got a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, I've played Mario Odyssey, but it just feels like a generic.
Really doesn't seem that great.
Well, it's just 3D Mario doing something different with the hat, but it's not like a Mario you're used to.
Huh.
Because the hat is like a ghost that took over your hat. And when you throw it onto certain things, you become that thing and you can get around certain areas.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Graphically, it looks great because I sit and put in the thing and I played it on the big screen. And then sometimes I took it off and I'm playing on regular mobile and stuff like that. And there's a lot of free games you can download for free. So I only have like one game, but then I'm also playing like a lot of NES games because I got a subscription. Right. So I'm playing all the old school Nintendo things on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, it comes with, you know, to 2 controllers. Technically, I have 3 controllers because the 2 of them is not just one controller. You can actually split them and it's 2 controllers, one for each. And then I also have a separate one, which is another controller you can just attach and play. So I can do 3 players on mine at least for now.
Okay, that's cool.
But like I said,
cool.
It's cool. I mean, I think the Nintendo Switch is going to be up and coming pretty good for a mobile family get together kind of a game thing.
Right, right. So, like compared to like say Super Mario Galaxy or Super Mario Sunshine or you know Super Mario 64, where do you think it fits in all those platformers? Is it like on the same level or is it kind of generic by comparison?
Probably more towards Galaxy.
Okay.
You're just playing as Mario and you're going through collecting moon stuff so you can go to the next level and go to the next level like that. And the platforms it's all 3D platformer, so you can actually get lost sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But at a point I was like, damn, where'd I go? And then all of a sudden now I'm all like, oh, I know where I'm at. But finding some of the stuff, you know, you find a way to get on some of the little houses that are in there or some of the bushes. You can go and all of a sudden it's like blink, like finding hidden things is like awesome in this game.
Oh, really?
You'll find it like, oh my God, there's something here. Or I went over here. Oh my God. You know, the only downfall I didn't like in some of the dark areas in it when playing on the little screen, going to dark areas, I was like, where the fuck am I? I couldn't tell where I was at because because it was too dark. Mm-hmm. But then you click it and put it on the big screen. You're like, oh, it looks normal now. It's easier to move around.
Okay.
So, like I said, just some of the games that transition from small to big are
it's a little wonky.
But some that are perfect for small. Some are perfect for the big.
Interesting.
That's how it is. But graphically, they look nice.
But
it's a good family console. That's what I have to say. I have to admit that one. It's a very good, because everything's family oriented on that.
Right. Thing. Yeah, my sister actually got a Switch too recently, like 2 weeks ago or something. So it's not been very long, but the new Smash Brothers just came out.
Yeah.
So my brothers Morgan and Garrett have been playing it. I play a little bit off and on with Smash Brothers, but I'm not like them. They're kind of like fans. They're maniacs of it. So they're so good at it, it's ridiculous. So they're playing the new one. They've almost unlocked all the characters, and it was only like 6 hours. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Like 6 hours and you almost got all the goddamn characters already? Shit. But compared to the last Smash Brothers, this one has more of almost a Street Fighters kind of feel to it. And it's got some of almost the Mortal Kombat kind of sensibilities of seeing the finishes and, the smash moves and whatnot. So it's got some really cool flashy stuff. The graphics are really awesome. It's a little bit distracting, my brother said, when you're playing it, because it's a little bit like, whoa, what's happening here? Next thing you know, the other guy's flying off somewhere. So it's a little bit confusing with some of it, but it's also cool because you get such a broad range of characters. And the last one, there were so many that were only like DLC. Yeah. And with this one, most of them are just right away they're available to you. You just have to earn them by playing and fighting through the game. Yeah. Only like 5 of them are actually like DLC right now. They'll probably add some more later, but a lot of great characters. They didn't have a lot of complaints. They're more the experts than me. Yeah. And they said overall, they're like, yeah, this is pretty good. Like they said, right now we still kind of feel like we would rather play the old one because, we're used to it, we're good at it. And I was like, well, maybe if you guys play a little bit longer, we'll see if you adapt to it and if you like this one. But it has a different feel. My brother Morgan said it's definitely set up to where it's harder to just be a defensive fighter. There's actually more of a reward for being an offensive fighter. So it's more interesting to watch with real back and forth, and some of the floatiness and some of the different things that made it kind of more avoidant as the players are avoiding each other. It's a little more where they're aggressive and they're on top of each other. So it keeps it interesting. I thought just as watching the game, it does look a lot more gratifying. The graphics and the way the combat looks and works has a very gratifying appeal to it. So I can sit there and watch it, and it's really interesting to watch. Like fireworks. So I thought it looked really cool as an observer. My brothers are still a little bit like divvied up, like they're not quite sure what to think of it, but it seems that they're begrudgingly coming to like it. So looks like it's worthwhile with the new Smash Brothers.
All right, cool. Well, like I said, I this one I was like, oh, should I get it? Should I go not get it? No, get it. So
I think it's worth it.
So I'm probably have to go get that one.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of funny. The games are just a little bitty, like almost like a memory card.
We got back to cartridges.
Yeah,
but they're tiny cartridges.
Yeah, and like you said, technology's gone so much that you can fit a lot on that little wee thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they're coming out pretty well with it, I have to admit. It's coming out really good.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I didn't think I was going to have that much fun with it, but it's a great console to, for a family. And I recommend it. So if you want a Switch, go out and get a Switch. It's good family fun on that one right there. Because there's a lot of family games that are out for it. Been debating whether to get the PlayStation VR still.
Yeah, I hear that. Like there's definitely more of a push for the VR, including even like the Android VR too.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a bigger market push for VR right now. So I don't know if I don't know if it's they're just thinking that it's the right timing, or maybe the technology's finally kind of come up to a certain level. I don't know, but it's got my interest piqued because I haven't seen a point in time yet where it's like all the indicators are saying like, this isn't like new technology anymore. This is like something that's actually established and we know what we're doing. Check it out kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Even, what is it? The really expensive one, the
Oculus Rift.
The Oculus. Now they have the Oculus, it's not the Rift, but it's just the Oculus, and it's only $200.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah.
And I was all like, wow.
It made me want to get it because I was like, man, I'm curious now. Like, this isn't so bad on the price.
When I saw the review for it, I was like, or, some of the things for it, I was all like, oh shit, it's not, you don't need a powerful computer for it. You don't need, everything's just all in the thing itself. And I'm all like, should I get one just to
just to check it out?
Check it out, or just as like, oh, yeah, I got a VR thing. I don't know about
Piques your curiosity a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It really did. Especially at the price point was really good for it.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
kind of threw me off. All right, now that's kind of like all the kind of the gaming stuff we've done. I'm trying to remember if there's any other games that I've played or anything. I know my nephew's played. He's all in Madden 19, loves it. He plays 2K 18 for NBA 2K18. He loves it. I know Miguel's played some other games that I haven't done yet also. I guess let's just go to movies. I saw Bohemian Rhapsody. That movie was awesome. I'll say that. Excellent film. What's his name? Remy, the main guy that plays.
He's got kind of a hard to pronounce name, but he's the same guy that played in Mr. Robot.
Yeah. Excellent job as Freddie Mercury. And they were doing a lot of comparison from Freddie Mercury, his live performances, to where he was copying him, and they were almost spot on. I mean, he does his little spunk to give a little, because Remy's he gives a little bit more acting onto it, but it was pretty much the same.
Right.
The same emotion.
Yeah.
That he gave to it.
Showmanship.
Yeah, the showmanship, everything. And it followed, like, you got to know Freddie Mercury in this movie really well. The way it was. The music wise, everything was great. How they came up with the music and everything. And it wasn't just, when they said it's Queen, it's Queen. It wasn't like, oh, it's Freddie's. It's I forgot the other band member's name. Is their band or is it their song? No, they said whatever song they make, they just say it's Queen's. That's how they were.
Wow.
And then I didn't know they did get to a point in the movie, you know, spoilers. So I have to say spoilers all the time, and it's going to be like that with all the reviews. And if you haven't seen it, shame on you. Shame on you, Sean.
Damn.
There was a time where they did kick Freddie Mercury out.
Oh, wow.
And you kind of go through the whole process of what happened. And it wasn't Freddie's fault that he got kicked out. It was the guy that was kind of pushing him and was he was basically leeching off of him.
Oh,
trying to say, oh, I'm getting all this money with
bad relationship.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's where, you know, kind of try to exploit his gayness and everything and try to make money off of it. He didn't give a shit. When he fired his ass, when he finally realized it was him, that was the bad egg, and everybody was telling him, he's the one that's messing your life up. And once he realized it, and he told the guys, he goes, you're fired. Get up. He goes, I got pictures. And he goes, I got pictures. I can exploit you and all this other stuff. You can't fire me. And he didn't give a shit. He's like, he goes, you're fired. He goes, you got pictures? I don't care. Tell everybody. Am I going to hide it anymore? No, he's not going to hide it no more.
Oh, wow.
He didn't care. I was just like, wow. And then when he talked to the band, he knew he fucked up. Right. And it shows him in open arms how they brought him back in and they were there. It was kind of emotional when he finally found out he had AIDS.
Oh, okay.
And it, like I said, my friend at work, he's like, nah, they're not going to show the gay part of it. They're just going to show this. And I was like, no, they went through his gay phase and, you know, was not a phase, but, you know, he was gay. But I didn't know he was actually married. He was straight. You know, and he got married, but then he realized he said he was a bisexual, but no, he was more just flat out gay. And he still loved his wife.
Yeah.
To the day he passed away. She was always there with him too. And even though they weren't married anymore, she was married to some other guy. She was there.
Right.
And then he had a new lover that he had met, and the guy says, I'll be with you once you find out who you are. Or when I meet the real you, because he knew that guy was pushing him to be something else. And when he finally realized it, that's when he said, this is my partner. And he openly admitted to his parents and so forth. Like I said, it was an excellent story on everything, on how they did it. It's funny how they came up with Bohemian Rhapsody. It was a fictional character that, it was funny. You would not know it was Mike Myers until I finally paid attention. I was like, that's Mike Myers. And he played it was a fictional character because I don't think they had permission to use the real one. So they had him be the guy that didn't want to put Bohemian Rhapsody as the headliner, the one that's going to go to the radio. He's like, that's where you see that commercial. It's like, it's 7 minutes long. And that's when your wife is 7 minutes and you got a problem. Like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing, that's when he was talking to him. And then it ends up Bohemian Rhapsody was number 1 on the charts and everything. That was the hit single. And the reason why they fired his ass is like, we're going to go with somebody else if you're not going to do what we want.
Right.
You know, and it was funny on how they did it. And he realized at the end and everything. But what was really great, one of the best parts of the movie. Well, there's 2 parts. One, it was the part where he revealed to the band that he has AIDS. And they were at practice trying to do everything. And then he just stopped and turned around and had a bandmate. He goes, guys, I have AIDS. And they were like, oh. And instead of being like, oh my God, don't touch me, like it was back in the 80s where everybody like, oh, you had AIDS. They don't want to, they put your hands away. Yeah. No, the open arms, they all hugged and everything with them, and they felt sorry. They were like, oh, we'll help you. We'll get through this. You know, but Freddie did not want to be that guy that he just took the medicines and he wanted to keep going. He didn't want to sit there and die in a bed. Like just, he owned it and kept on going to the day he died. He was still trying to perform when he was really going down on the downhill part. He was still trying to perform.
All the way to the end.
Yeah. But they showed the complete set of the Live Aid concert.
Oh, really?
Where the Live Aid concert they were the only band that outdid everybody. And they didn't think they were going to do it. And they did it. They made more money than anybody did. and they did the whole set. So being that I was young and I didn't get to see that when I was younger, because I was watching the, being a little kid doing whatever. And then now watching it, that was an awesome set. I was like, oh my God, love watching this thing. It was great. I gave this movie I want to give it a 10. I really do. But we can't give it tickets, but I give it a straight 9.5. Excellent movie. Definitely go out and see this movie. No matter even how long it's been out, go check it out. You will enjoy this movie.
High praise.
It was a really good movie.
Gotta see it.
Really loved it. Really, really loved it. And like I said, you got Elton John's movie coming out too.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a movie coming out called Rocket Man, and that's a story about Elton John. So I think I'm going to probably check out that one. Hopefully they do a good job with that one too. But
yeah, hopefully they follow in the same footsteps.
Yeah. But other than that, Bohemian Rhapsody, definitely go check it. Go watch it however you can. It's a great movie.
Awesome.
Next movie I did see Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx. I thought it was a good movie. It's real fast. It's not like, oh my God, it's a must see. Go see it. That's how it was.
It's pretty good.
If you want to go see a movie theater, that's fine. If you want to wait to the Red Box, that's fine. It was a good movie. I like the British actors that played it. He's I'm forgetting his name, but he was in the Golden Circle, or not Golden Circle. He's the Kingsman. It was the young guy from the Kingsman.
Oh, the young guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that played Robin Hood.
Okay.
He did a good job. Jamie Foxx, he played the Arab Little John. That's what he was, and he was teaching him how to be fast and how to shoot arrows quick and all that stuff. It was funny. It was funny because the whole scene, you sit there when he's like, shoot me, because Jamie Foxx's hand got cut off in the movie, and he was like, I used to shoot 2 arrows at a time. And he goes, oh, what? You can't do it now? He goes, because he can't, because you don't have a hand anymore. And he's all like, I'm faster? He goes, oh, yeah, prove it. And he goes, shoot at me. And he comes walking towards him. He goes, shoot. He goes, oh, please. He's just dodging him. And the guy's he keeps trying to pull it out. He's like, shoot me, shoot. And he gets like maybe like where you and I are, just right.
Yeah.
He shoots and Jimmy fucking catches it with the club or the little paddle. He's like, he goes, again. And so he's reaching, and by the time he pulls it out, Jamie Foxx grabs it, breaks with his other hand, he breaks the arrow and has the thing at the point in his thing, goes, you're dead. So he goes, you gotta be faster. You saw all the training and everything. And it was pretty good, how strategic on everything, on how they did it and everything. And like I said, at the end, it opens up to where it's still going to continue. Cause he's narrating at the movie time. He goes, oh, did I tell you this is an ending? He's like, oh no, this is just the beginning. And that's how it ended. You're like, holy shit, there's going to be more.
Nice.
Like I said, that is definitely, it's not a 10. It's not a 9. Definitely not an 8, but I give it a 7.5. I enjoyed it. Watch it's an average movie to me, so I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I love watching it. There wasn't that many of us in the movie theater, but like I said, I liked it. It's kind of like I guess you could say the rock and roll Robin Hood.
Okay.
Let's say it that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because this shows him in the Crusade War. He got thrown out there on purpose. You find out why he got thrown out there, because the sheriff wanted the money and all this other mess.
Oh, nice.
And the next movie I actually went to go see was Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. If you're a fan of Fantastic Beasts, the first one, you're going to be a fan of this one. Really good. There's a lot of open plots, but it does make it canon with the Harry Potter. There's a lot of things that happen. Johnny Depp's character, really good. Of course, they have some beasts there in it because it's a Fantastic Beasts, but it's not really too many of them. But he the character, Newt, he uses the creatures, like when he does an investigation, he uses them.
Oh, okay.
To get things. But then there's like these new ones that he kind of like catches and he uses them later too, and all this other mess. And this is the actual one where, I guess the reason why the budget was so high is because they use a lot of magic in this.
Oh, okay.
And everything. And they don't hold back. I'm talking when they kill people, they're killing people.
Oh, wow.
And when I say they don't hold back, you don't see it, but there's a scene in this one where they kill the entire family, and then they're sitting there like, okay, well, they're kind of talking amongst themselves, and then they hear a baby crying, and you see Johnny Depp looking, and then he looks at the lady, and she gets up and she just walks, and as they're walking out, you just hear, whoosh.
Oh,
And so you
wow.
know they killed the baby.
Dang.
Like I said, it gets dark in this
Dang.
one and stuff. So there's a whole big old thing. It's kind of, if you think about it, it just reminds me, and my brother even said the same thing. This one will remind you of Empire Strikes Back.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the Empire Strikes Back of the series. But I told him, I said, I think they're planning for like 3 more
Really?
of this one.
Well, hopefully they're not too discouraged by the box office.
Yeah, that's
At least
what I'm
in
thinking.
America.
Yeah, at least in America. But like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I have fun watching it. A lot of the stuff that they're doing, a lot of stuff that happened. There's a lot of betrayals. There's a lot of switching around of like, oh, this is a good guy. All of a sudden they become a bad guy, and then stuff like, I don't want to say who's what, but you're just like, holy crap. And you find more about the main character that was one of the main characters from the first one that you thought he dead, but he's back in there.
Oh,
Which is
wow.
played by Ezra Miller, the one that's the Flash.
Right.
And his character he's got a big part in this one.
A lot of intrigue, huh?
Yeah, and you don't realize how powerful he was until they, like, spoilers, like at the end they give him he gets a wand, and he's with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's kind of like, he manipulates people. He's very good. That's why when they catch him, they took his tongue, or I think that they took his tongue, but they took the wrong person's tongue because he was hiding. He was being,
Oh.
and so when he talks to people, he can manipulate really well his
Okay,
character.
gotcha.
So that's why they don't want him talking.
Interesting.
And so when he gives Ezra Miller the wand that he had that in this one, which I think is significant to the one that you see in the last Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows.
Okay.
The main wand, the big one.
Right.
And he has it, and he sits there and he goes, without no training, because he had that thing in him, he goes, bah, and you see half of a mountain just crumble. That's how strong he is.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of weird. He's related to Dumbledore,
Interesting.
and somehow. So he's a Dumbledore, but that's what I'm trying to figure out more and more about this, what's going on.
Okay.
And then you find out Jude Law, he did real well as Dumbledore. And then a lot of people are like, why is he in the suits? Why isn't he in the whole, like you see him in the other one with the robe and everything? And I was like, well, at first I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, yeah, he's not on the robes, and they're all not in the things. And I'm like, he's wearing a suit. And I said, well, it was back in the like 1950s or whatever it was. So everybody was always wearing suits. And I'm thinking maybe because he was just a professor,
Could be.
he wasn't the president or the principal of Hogwarts.
Right.
So once he becomes the main one, then that's when he probably puts on the whole robes and everything, and he probably
Right.
changed it that way later, because they're all dressed the same way. And it kind of shows Newt's backstory too. It shows him when he's like in Harry Potter, where they had the mirror that was there, and it shows your fear. It brings it to life. That scene. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing when Newt was Newt's. He was there. And all of a sudden he gets there, and his fear comes out, and it's a desk. And he's all, "Oh, you have a desk." He goes, "Why are you afraid of this?" "Because I don't want a desk job." That's what he feared. He didn't want a desk job. So-
Wow.
So I thought, it brought his comedy aspect into it and everything. But like I said, it's dark. It's a lot of violence in this one. I mean, the fight scenes are there, but if you like, I guess, mysteries and investigating and trying to find things, and then coming in with some fight scenes and everything with magic and everything like that, you'll love the movie.
So it's kind of a noir and fantasy combination.
There you go. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was good. And the story was intriguing. It kind of keeps you in there like it's supposed to and everything. But like I said, maybe the reason why it's not big because it's not in England, but you got to be into the Harry Potter stuff and everything like that. And maybe the people were just tired. It's not the kids anymore. It's adults. And there's not a really big, I don't know if there's a big adult fan base of the Harry Potter part.
Yeah, and a big part of it might just be that they really are, or they were hardcore fans when they were younger, but there's just not time now that they're older to go to every movie or whatever. So maybe it'll make up for it in the Blu-rays and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's funny, it's like one person says like, but it's Fantastic Beasts, there's supposed to be a lot of beasts and everything, and then I was like, yeah, I understand, but I think it's just like the Harry Potter, it's Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows or some sort of like that. This one they just kept it as Fantastic Beasts, but it doesn't actually
It's
fantastic.
following the story.
just
It's not
following the
really
story.
about the beast per
itself.
se.
Yeah, it's about the story. And
Right.
basically what it was, the crimes of Grindelwald and everything. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, oh, it's okay. So
Sounds
honestly,
really worth watching.
Yeah, it's worth watching. I give it an 8.
Okay. Yeah.
An 8 out of the whole thing. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it and everything. A friend of mine that I work with also, she was all like, fucking, she goes, it was great. I love it. She fucking called me that after her and her sons, we all loved it. They're all fucking talking to me on the phone. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking awesome. It was a good movie. I told you I'd enjoy it. And like I said, I give it an 8. It was a good movie. I thought it was really good.
Awesome.
I know you saw Venom.
No.
Oh, you
I
didn't see
still
Venom?
haven't seen Venom.
You still haven't seen Venom? Oh my God. I thought you seen that one. I know we saw that one. We kind of gave a quick review of that one. That one, it was really good. I thought it was, turn your brain off, watch it. You'll love it. That's how I took it as. There's a lot of funny comedic aspects because Tom Hardy's basically talking to himself. He voiced Venom and he voiced, Eddie Brock. So it was funny on how they did the whole thing. And it's a good 7. All right. Comic book wise. Okay. If you want to go comic book wise, it's going to be a 6, a low 6.
Okay.
Turn your brain off the comic, watch the movie as it is, 7. 7.5
Gotcha.
even at times.
So it's kind of more like the original Spider-Man with like Tobey Maguire and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And like I said, it did real well. They're going to do the trilogy with it. So, we're going to have Carnage in the next one, probably the next 2. I have a feeling because they're doing Spider-Man Homecoming I forgot what the new one's going to be. It's not Homecoming, but Spider-Man Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah.
After that movie, they got to redo the whole using Spider-Man in the MCU. And at that point, when they're going to try to renegotiate, I'm pretty sure they're going to say, oh, we can bring Spider-Man to help Venom take out Carnage or something. They can bring Spider-Man into the Venom universe.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think a lot hinges on what's going to happen with the Avengers too.
yeah. Did you see the new trailer for that?
Yes. That trailer was definitely, I loved it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
I saw
perfect.
a bunch of people kind of bitching about it, but I was like, no, I think it's really good.
Yeah, it did perfect. It didn't give you too much. It just gave you a taste of what
Yeah.
is good.
You definitely get that feel like they got their asses kicked. They know it. And they're like, man, how do you recover from this? What do you do now? Like he did it. He did what he thought he was going to do. He took out half the population of everything that's living. And, so you really get that feeling like aftermath of like almost, I hate to use an actual thing in history, and kind of like be dishonoring it, but like 9/11, like the feeling of, wow, this just happened. And you get that same kind of feeling from the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. The same thing with the Endgame. I was like, whoa. I was like, damn it. I can't wait for it now. I was like, shit.
I know. It's like, how are they going to come back from this? I want to know.
And I just hope they don't, on the next trailer, they don't show too much more of it. I know the Far From Home trailer is supposed to be coming out soon too. And it's the plot's already coming out for that one, for Spider-Man Far From Home. That one, it kind of shows Mysterio as a good guy.
Really?
In this one.
Okay.
But
I missed that one.
Well, the plot is kind of that way because they kind of came out was talking about Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland and I forgot the kid that plays the Asian one, the Asian kid that's with Tom Holland's friend. They were talking about it, and yeah, he's like a good guy at first. That's what I'm thinking, and they're trying to stop these elementals, and ends up they're saying that a lot of people are speculating that the elementals are because Mysterio is a master of illusion with his tech and everything. He's doing that just to show that he's a good guy, and Nick Fury hires him to take out the elementals and uses Spider-Man to try to help him. And then Spider-Man does his, he's going to do his detective thing and realize that he's a bad guy. He's like, what the fuck? You're the one that did this.
Okay.
That's what I have a feeling is going to happen in this one.
Interesting.
So I was like, that's what the plot synopsis that already came out about it already. So that, like I said, it's going to start off with him being a good guy.
Well, this will be interesting then.
Be interesting take on that one. I don't know. Did you see the Godzilla trailer I posted?
No, I didn't see the Godzilla one.
They showed more monsters. I was like, oh shit.
Even more
They
monsters?
showed all the monsters. Basically, it was a monster trailer. Basically, it was
Oh, wow.
all the monsters like getting ready to fight and doing all this other mess, and then all of a sudden it cut off. I was like, oh shit.
Well, maybe we'll actually have a lot of action in this one.
Oh yeah,
A lot of monster battles.
yeah, definitely. My brother says, he goes, "Where's Kong?" I was like, Well, they're gonna have Godzilla versus Kong, and I go, like I said, me and Miguel were thinking that. Well, I mentioned to Miguel, he kind of agrees with me. I think they're gonna have where Kong and him are gonna fight, but ends up a bigger threat's gonna come out, and they're gonna have to work together, and then probably at the end they're gonna be like, well, we'll protect the Earth and we'll work together, and then go their own way at the end. That's how I have a feeling it might happen with that movie.
There you go.
But like I said,
unite the fan base.
Well, like I said, this is just speculation. Yeah. Other than that, there hadn't been any other hardly any other movies that I've seen. A lot of stuff on Netflix I really didn't see yet. Like I haven't seen the Santa Chronicles with Kurt Russell being Santa Claus. Haven't seen that yet. Mowgli came out. I haven't seen that one yet. That one's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, gotta check that one out.
Did you see anything that came out to the?
I haven't seen anything recently. I mean, I've just been I've been kind of looking back to some of the movies and the shows back in the 90s. I've still been, checking that stuff out again because it's just, kind of like comparing modern writing to like the writing back then. I got to say there was a lot more depth in the writing in the 90s than there is now. Like it's very hooky, kind of like music, where it's so based on just the same themes that people get like stuck on.
Yeah.
Like almost kind of soap opera kind of shit, whereas back then it was a lot more involved and deeper into the plot. So, watching Angel, watching even like King of the Hill, like it was like there was a lot of really like in-depth writing into. You knew that it was actually going to follow up from the beginning of the season. It was actually going to pick that up somewhere else later on in the season. You would continue to explore these characters. So I really enjoy just kind of looking at, because I got the Hulu subscription. So
yeah, I got Hulu too, because I got it for sale for 99 cents a month. So I was like, for the Black Friday sale. So I was like, all right, I got it for a year for 99 cents a month.
There we go.
And I started watching The Handmaiden Tales.
Oh, really?
It's actually a interesting story on how this one is. I've only got like 6 episodes in, but it's an interesting story. And then I've also been watching, I also got the DC Universe streaming service.
Okay.
Titans. That's what I've been watching. This is one of my main reasons for getting it, but my main reason was for getting the season 3 of Young Justice, which is coming out in January. But I was like, well, I'll watch Titans. The show is good.
Really?
It is excellent show. I mean, from what we saw in the trailers and stuff like that from when they first threw it out there, I was like, yeah, it's good. I was like, damn. But then I guess because the Netflix kind of teamed up with them and you got some of the Netflix money coming into it, it's good.
Wow.
And it's dark. It is not your typical Teen Titans. I'm talking, it looks like Dick is killing people.
It's dark edge stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Because he sits there, one guy, he fights all these people. They're like, where's the bat? Where's the bat? And he's not there. And he sits there and takes everybody out. And he tells the guy, he goes, if I see you around here again, I'm going to do it. And he grabs him after he breaks the window of the car. He grabs him by the head and he's like, if I see you here, and he's dragging his face on the cut glass.
Oh my God.
He's just like, if I see you around here again, I'm going to kill you or do something. I forgot what he said at that point. And then he sits there and he walks off and he just sits there. Fuck Batman. Like I said, it's not for kids. It's more of PG-13 big time.
Damn.
Than this one. And like I said, it's good. It's dark. It's everything you think it should be. And you can see the transition from him losing Robin aspect and going into Nightwing. You can see where he's going to make the change.
Nice.
And Batman's already got a new Robin in this one, and it's Jason Todd.
Okay.
And he's been introduced into the show already too.
Oh wow.
And he's just arrogant, just how he is in the comics.
Okay.
I was just like, wow, they did it perfect. I was like, wow. Damn. So like I said, I recommend it. I'll have to let you check it out. If you want to check it out, I'll let you download it and watch it.
Jeez, man.
It's really good.
It sounds intense, man. Because, when they were first coming out with the trailers, it was like, man, this looks so generic. This looks like kiddish. It's like, what are they doing? The characters, the actors and stuff just were like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, it just didn't look like it was going to be anything like you'd want it to be. Yeah. And then it sounds like it's just been a total turnaround. It's become something that's actually like, whoa, hardcore.
Yeah. And like, even Beast Boy. I mean, the only animal he turns into right now is just a tiger, in the thing. But he's like, he always uses it just to scare people. And then there was a scene, I forgot what episode, a little bit later on. There was one episode where they were trying to escape and he turned to the tiger and he actually let the tiger take over and he killed a person.
Oh, wow.
And he turns back and he has all the blood and everything. He goes, I bit him. I can't believe I bit him. He couldn't believe it, but he was he was freaking out.
Yeah, because he never was violent before.
Yeah, he's never violent. So it's there. Like I said,
interesting.
Like I said, I'm enjoying it. It drops it's not like where they put it all there. It drops at one every Friday. So I'm waiting for the next one this Friday.
Keeps you trailing, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they've introduced like all the characters they've introduced. They've introduced Hawk and Dove, which are these two other ones. They introduced them. They did them twice. They did one, then they did kind of an origin one for Hawk and Dove and the reason how they came together and how Raven is trying to contact them to help them out at the same time.
Huh, okay.
And then there's Donna Troy, which is Wonder Girl.
Okay, yeah.
And she was Wonder Girl for a while, and then she decided didn't want to be a sidekick anymore for Wonder Woman, so Wonder Woman let her go be on her own. Instead of being Wonder Girl anymore, she was Donna Troy.
Interesting.
And
okay.
her and Dick are friends and everything, and she's older than him and older and wiser. Let's say it that way.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's interesting how they did all this whole thing and everything. So like I said, if I'll have to let you check it out.
Yeah, sounds like it turned out way better than it was looking when they first were trailering it and everything.
Yeah, and each episode is like an hour long. It's good. No commercials, just straight watch it. I was just like, this show is good.
Nice.
It totally surprised.
Well, that's great. Pleasant surprise. Every now and then we get those.
Yeah. Well, that's it for what we have.
Yeah. So there's all the catch up on all our previews and things we've checked out that we didn't get to share with you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. So, there's some stuff you can check out now if you haven't yet. You got some ideas on how to spend, some binging time in TV and some games that are actually worth buying.
Yeah. And if you have anything else, just let us know. Check out or whatever. Send us email and everything. There's one little thing I wanted to bring up before we leave out here. We got an email.
Okay.
And it wasn't from a fan.
Okay.
All right. I'm laughing about it. The guy that sent it to was called Aphrodite Y. I have no idea who this person is. All right.
Okay.
He sends it to me. He goes, "Hi there." He goes, "I was searching critical thinking material when I stumbled upon your website. I was really interested in clicking in before I scrolled down, and I saw pictures of 4. Get this, and I know looking at you, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?" He goes, "I scroll down and I see 4 overweighted men."
What the fuck?
It's like critical thinking is supposed to be self-help awareness, self-control, help a person know himself or manage his or her way, becoming the best of themselves. A picture of 4 overweighted men certainly is no self-control. No, they can't even manage to maintain a decent, healthy body of theirs. I'm all like, I was like, you're just looking at pictures. You didn't even read what our critical thinking, what we talk about.
What the
And I go, and 4 overweighted men. I'm like, Sean, you're like buff. Kyle is buff.
Yeah.
There's only 2 overweighted people in the pictures that is there, which is me and Miguel. And you and Kyle are like, bam. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
This guy sounds drunk. What the
He
fuck?
sounds drunk. I don't know. He should have read what we talk about instead of thinking, oh, it's critical thinking this other way. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I had to share that one on there because I was like, what kind of fucking bullshit is this shit?
That's funny. That is some funny shit. I'm glad you shared that because it's like, what the hell? Like, I guarantee you, if you look up like a definition of critical thinking, what he just said is not what you'd come up with.
Yeah.
I mean, we stretch the word, obviously, with what we do, but what he just says, like, what the hell? Like, positive image, like, self-improvement kind of bullshit? Like, what? That's not even what it has anything to do with. Like, and calling me overweight too. Like, what the fuck?
I know. I was like, Sean, overweight? I was like, Sean's far from overweight.
Like, what kind of anorexia do you have to be not overweight then? Like, shit.
No shit. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that email, sir. I mean, we appreciate it. That's really amusing.
Amusing because you don't fucking read what we fucking talk about. Fucking dumbass.
Wow.
It's like,
well, we've
that's-
got our first hater. Hey.
We got a hater.
Awesome.
I'm just like, come on, people. Shit. Just like
Took long enough.
Read before you fucking comment. That was the fucking stupidest email I've ever read because you didn't read anything. You just looked at fucking pictures and tried to judge us from it. And that's what fucking sucks with these fucking...
We need some more haters. This is really entertaining material. Shit.
If I can find any more emails like this that comes to our emails, we'll start telling
Share
more and
this
more.
shit
Share
so
this
we
shit.
can laugh, man.
And stuff.
Damn.
Well, other than that, that's our show for this week. I'm Rick.
And I'm Sean the Irishman.
And we out. Hey guys, you can connect with us on iTunes
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
and Twitter
At critic_thinking.
and also on Facebook and Instagram.
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Thinking is on Beyond the Dawn Radio, which is known for playing the best indie radio music around the world.
On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central Time.
And if you like the show, please 5-star the episode and tell your friends. So thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.